Welcome to another week of high school sports. And this was not a regular week of the season, as golf and tennis both wrapped up their seasons with state competition. On this week's show, we will take you to the 3-2-1A state tennis meet in Dodge City, along with the 5A state golf meet in Hayes, and also the 3-2-1A state golf meet in Emporia. That is just a couple of the events coming up on this week's The Scoreboard Show.
Presentation of Scoreboard Show on Smoky Hills Public Television is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from
Rural Telephone and Nextech, providing the region with telephone, internet, cable television, and wireless phone solutions. Rural Telephone and Nextech proudly support public broadcasting and all ventures dedicated to improving Kansas communities.
The T-Birds dream it, the sky is the limit, cloud is right along your way to your dream career. Come and see, get on your way to what you want to be. Cloud County Community College, going anywhere starts here.
Dove Chevrolet Buick Cadillac, providing sales, service, and genuine GM parts to the Golden Belt since 1957. Located at 4217 West 10th, right next to Brahms in Great Bend. Come see us.
Welcome to the Scoreboard Show. I'm your host, Troy Waymaster. As some of the sports seasons ended this week, others are still playing to see who will go on to postseason play. Let's check out the scores from tonight's football action, as most of the teams had district games tonight. Now, those were just some of the scores from tonight's football games. As always, if you did not see the score from the game you attended tonight, please give us a call with it, and we'll get it on the air later on in the show. Before we get to the football action, let's go back to state tennis competition. The Scoreboard Show traveled to Dodge City High School last Saturday for the final day of the 3-2-1A Girls State Tennis Tournament hosted by Cimarron. And let's start with doubles action. The Trigo Communities team of Amelia Fabricius and Leah Flax had a 29-5 record going to the state tournament, but fell to the backside of the bracket to face a familiar opponent, Greeley County's Kelsey Crittenden and Courtney Nemechek. Trigo moves on with a 9-6 win, and Greeley County plays 2 more matches and finishes in 11th place. Trigo's team of Fabricius and Flax go on to win their match 9-3 and play again to bring home a 5th place medal. Chaparral's doubles team takes 7th place. Ellenwood's Bailey Schartz and Darian Beckwith advances the championship match and faced last year's runner-up from Conway Springs, Abby Kester and Chelsea Ebenkamp. The match was well played by both teams, and Conway Springs pulls ahead to take the 1st place medal in doubles 7-5 to 6-2. And the consolation match, Central Plains faced Wichita Independent. Katie Hip and Linnea Heckley dropped the first set 2-6, but come back to take the next 2 sets 7-5, 6-4 to finish with a 3rd place medal. Now let's get to singles. On the backside of the bracket, Ellenwood's Amelia Thomas faced Aspen McCann of Ashland. Thomas moves on with a 9-4 match win and plays 3 more opponents to finish in 7th place. McCann of Ashland drops down to play Beloit's Shelby Wiles. McCann goes on to win and faces the winner of Allie Dwyer of Lyons versus Bailey Olvera of Meade. Olvera wins the match to advance. Ashland takes 9th place in singles with the 9-6 victory, and Meade takes 10th place. Last year's defending and undefeated champion, Tawny Griffey of Norton, made it back to the semifinal round to face Maryville's Danny Schwartz. Griffey moves on to the championship match with her 6-2, 6-2 win. This sets up the championship. Sarah Goodwin of Kansas City Christian brought a 19-1 record as a sophomore to the state tournament. Both sets go to the tiebreakers, with Goodwin pulling out the win, 7-6, 7-6, and taking the 1st place medal. Team scores were also close. Trigo Community tied for 9th place. Central Plains finished 8th. Norton took 7th. Wichita Independent was 3rd with 28 points. Conway Springs was 2nd with 29 points. And the state championship goes to Ellenwood's team with a 30.5. Scott Community, Hugoton, and Holcomb traveled to Ulysses for some cross-country action. First off were varsity girls, making their way across the Bentwood Golf Course on a very chilly morning. Coming in first was Amelia Finley of Colby, followed by Chisholm Branscombe of Ulysses. 3rd place was taken by Carissa Pena of Holcomb, and 4th went to her teammate Stephanie Alvarez. Taylor George of Scott Community came in 6th, followed by Angelica Corral of Ulysses and Aubrey Hamlin of Hugoton. In team scores, Holcomb took the top spot, followed by Ulysses in 2nd and Scott City in 3rd. On to the boys. Coming in first for Hugoton was Patrick Weaver, followed by teammate Jacob Martin. Next up was Joey Meyer of Scott Community. 4th was Adonis Jacquez of Ulysses, and 5th was Ulysses Armendariz of Hugoton. Chase Hiddle of Hugoton came in 6th. In team scores, Hugoton boys got 1st place as well, with Scott Community in 2nd, and Ulysses was in 3rd. On Saturday, the Western Athletic Conference League Volleyball was played in Hayes. As Hayes High, Liberal, Garden City, Dodge City, and Great Bend took the court, only one would come out victorious with the WAC title. That title would be won by Garden City, as they would sweep the day by defeating all their competition in 2. Even though they got the win, it was not easy for them, as they would have a tough battle, especially with Dodge City, where they would get the wins 25-16 and 27-25. Garden City went 4-0 on the day. Thus, Hayes would have 1 win and 3 losses, Great Bend 2-2, Dodge City 2-2, and Liberal 1-3. The last time that Garden City had won the WAC title, it was in 2005, and they made a state tournament appearance. Sub-state volleyball takes place on Saturday. On Saturday, the Hayes High Indians hosted the Bishop Carroll Eagles. A little over 13 minutes into the contest, the Eagles have a long bomb downfield, which finds Darren Rainey, and he knocks it in for the goal. Bishop Carroll gets on the board first. The Eagles would have a few more attempts in the first half, but Indians' Hunter Wilkins would be there for the stop. Into the second half, Bishop Carroll still up 1-0. The Eagles goalie blocks the goal, but Lane Clark with the rebound from way out knocks it high left for the goal, tying it up at 1-1 with 27-22 to play in the second half. The Indians would not be done there as Kellen Griffin knocks it in to sending the Indians into the lead. With a little over 4 minutes left to play in the game, for good measures, Garrett Sander kicks one in for himself, helping the Indians to the win 3-1. The Indians were back in action later in the week, and we will get that game in a couple of minutes. On Monday, Liberal took on Great Bend. Liberal defeated Great Bend 3-1, which set up this game on Thursday. The Liberal Redskins hosting the Dodge City Red Demons, not just for an ordinary regular season soccer game, but a game for the Western Athletic Conference title. Both teams and their fans knew that this game had a lot riding on it. It was a game that kept everyone on the edge of their seats and both goalies hopping to make saves. At the half, the score would be the same as it started out as 0-0. The second half was pretty much the same situation. However, Dodge City takes the ball downfield, works it inside, header by Vicente Estrella, and goal. Dodge City celebrates, and no wait, offsides. Dodge City still celebrating. Liberal quickly works the ball downfield uncontested. Dodge realizes what has happened and is able to get it stopped. Regulation ends and still no WAC champion and no goal. Overtime, 10 minutes, the intensity picks up even more now. Liberal works it downfield. It's in the open. Red Demon goalie blocks it, finds himself to far out Jason Rios to Eduardo Moreno for the header and the goal. Liberal wins 1-2. No, wait, offsides. Not again. Moreno will just show Dodge what this swift kick. Bounce in the goal. Liberal wins the WAC title in overtime and the celebrating begins. It's Panthers versus Panthers as Great Bend hosted Wichita Independent. The game started out somewhat slow as both teams tried to get the other's measure, but soon it became clear that Great Bend's defense might prove to be a little too strong for the visitors. Then goal, Noel Rodriguez draws first blood and gets a point for the home team. It wasn't long before Rodriguez got another shot, extending Great Bend's lead. Then it was Enrique Guyton's turn. 3-0 so far, and Wichita Independent is starting to sweat. Just then Guyton comes back for more. Boom! Now Great Bend is 4 points ahead. Great Bend's fifth goal came from Alexander Urias. And the sixth goal from Oscar Torres. Then a penalty in the box, and Torres goes head-to-head against the keeper. Goal! And we'll leave it there. Suffice it to say, one team won and one team lost, and we've given you enough information to figure out which was which. It was the first high school game played at the new Fort Hays State University Soccer Stadium at the Bickelschmidt Sports Complex, and it featured crosstown rivals, the Hays High Indians and Thomas More Pratt Monarchs. It was also senior day for both teams. With 28:32 on the clock, the Indians' Jordan Winholtz gets the ball downfield and shoots one into the net for the first score. Hays High's Kellen Griffin gets past the TMP defenders, but Monarch goalie Drew O'Brien comes out to make the stop. O'Brien makes several plays to stop the Indians' offensive attack. Less than 5 minutes into the second period, with the score 1-0 in favor of Hays High, TMP's Michael Gonzalez gets the equalizer on this free kick. 3 minutes later, Hays High's Lane Clark makes a pass to Jordan Winholtz, who finds the net for his second goal. Just about 3 minutes later, Kellen Griffin breaks out and shoots in the Indians' third goal, making the score Hays High 3, TMP 1. With less than 15 minutes left in the game, TMP's Michael Gonzalez takes another free kick that gets past the diving Indian goalie Hunter Wilkins. The Monarchs attempt to tie the score, but the ball doesn't find the net. Both teams show their appreciation to the fans. Final score, Hays High Indians 3, TMP Monarchs 2.
Girls Golf on the Scoreboard Show is brought to you in part by
Dune & Peterbilt is a full-line dealer with a great lineup of new and used Peterbilt trucks. And there are some new but familiar faces in our service department. Dune & Peterbilt GMC, located at Highway 156 and 56, east of Great Bend.
First stop for state golf action is the 321A state golf meet at the Emporium Municipal Golf Course. The girls that teed off first had to get up early. However, they would get in almost 9 holes before the wind kicked in, and those teeing off later in the morning would have to adapt immediately. On the 18 holes, it was a par of 71. Let's round out the top 20 with Chelsea Flickinger of Pretty Prairie shooting a 104. One less stroke, it was Tiffany Ward of Caney Valley in 18, and Bailey Castillo of Council Grove in 19. 17th place was won by Osage City's Allison Thompson with a 101. With that same score, it was Shelby Littrell of Hoisington. With an even 100, it was Syracuse's Stephanie Given in 15th. 10th through 14th places all came in with a 99. 14th was Caitlin Marlin of Sublette. 13th was Silver Lake's Prairie Krogman. Blakely Cooper of Hoisenden took 12th. Jordan Niddick of Goodland, 11th, and Hannah Vondenkamp of Council Grove in 10th. In 8th and 9th places, it was Ashley Nicholson of Hoisenden and Aaliyah Newbrandt both shooting a 98. With one less stroke, it was Tori Potachik of Russell taking 7th place. Also shooting a 97, it was Sydney Marney of Rossville. 5th place was won by Shelby Schrag of Pretty Prairie with a 96. 2nd through 4th places all shot a 95, with Madison Brown of Syracuse in 4th, Caitlin Walker of Russell in 3rd, and Casey Garrison of Bennington in 2nd. Finishing out her round with 8 strokes less than anyone else, it was Silver Lake's Rebecca Holder, winning the 3-2-1A state golf meet. Holder would help her team take 3rd place with a score of 411. 2nd place went to Hoisenden with only 3 less strokes. 1st place was won by Syracuse with a 398. The team consisted of Madison Brown, Aaliyah Newbrandt, Stephanie Gevin, Kaya Rash, Rachel Platt, and Sydney Brown. On Monday, the Hayes High Lady Indians hosted the 5A Girls State Golf Tournament at Smoky Hills Country Club. Cool, windy, and later rainy conditions prevailed for the 93 golfers that started the course. Defending state champion Kansas City St. Thomas Aquinas was the favorite going into the tournament, but knew they would be challenged by the Hayes High team on their home course. First place medalist was Bailey Winslow of St. Thomas Aquinas with a score of 78. 4 strokes behind was Andover's Audrey Meisch to take 2nd. Jordan Chale of St. Thomas Aquinas took the 3rd place medal with an 84. Toronto Central's Alyssa Kim finished 4th with an 85. Alyssa Lewis of Arkansas City took 5th with an 87. And 1 stroke behind was Maddie Curry of Hayes. Cape and Mount Carmel had the next 2 finishers, Courtney Wells and Katie Wells. Holly Hatton of Hayes High shot a 90, good for 9th place. Other finishers were Natalie Bethel of Hayes taking 11th with a 93. Teammate Casey Beilman was 1 stroke behind with a 94. Michaela Nixon of Salina South shot a 101 for 28th place. Alexis Leiker of Hayes High finished 35th with a 105. Rounding out the Hayes team was Taylor Herman in 41st place shooting a 108. Great Bend's McKenna Muller was 49th with a 110. And Evan Summer of Liberal took 52nd with a 112. The 5A team title goes to the St. Thomas Aquinas for the 5th straight year with a score of 352. 13 strokes behind was Hayes High with 365. Andover was 3rd with a 378. In the 6A state golf meet from Olathe, it came down to an exciting finish as Garden City's Mackenzie Thayer and Blue Valley North's Natalie Curran tied for 1st, which sent them to a playoff hole. Curran was not having her best hole, and she decided to call it quits. All Mackenzie had to do was finish the hole, and she did, taking 1st place at the 6A state championship for senior year. The Garden City team took 2nd overall, so congratulations to the Garden City team and all the teams and individuals placing in their respective classes. Well, we'll have to take a quick break, and then Casey will be back with the football action from tonight.
Presentation of Scoreboard Show on Smoky Hills Public Television is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from
Exhibit Customs does cars and trucks, wheels, tires, truck accessories, audio, video, subs and amps. It's not just the products they offer, it's the service behind the products. Get it tough, get it loud, get it mean, get it downright bad. Exhibit Customs, you're an individual, prove it.
Bethany College is helping me begin my path in life.
I'm a student whose professors get to know me.
I'm an athlete competing for the Swede. And I'm a community member involved in something bigger than myself.
Are you ready to explore your path?
Welcome, Scoreboard Show fans, especially you, Lauren, to the football half of tonight's award-winning program on Smoky Hill Public Television. I'm Casey McAvoy, and I'm super stoked to be bringing you highlights from some of tonight's area games. And we'll do just that right after this short break.
Football action on Scoreboard Show is brought to you in part by Simpson Farm Enterprises of Ransom, Hayes, Great Bend, and Beloit, your local spray coop and Apache dealer.
Off to the land of Lincoln where the Leopards host the Solomon Gorillas, and Sean Usray tears it up. Usray sweeping right, and Mark Oyard's going to bring him down with Coach Lowry on the sidelines. Bobbled snap, but it looks like Lincoln recovers. Leopards ball. Brandon Saliba on the carry, and he's close, but is it in? Solomon 2nd and 10 from the 10, and Daniel Durant will get all of those yards for a Gorilla touchdown. Alex Jackson changes directions, quick decision, and it was a good one with open field. Touchdown Leopards on a 30-yard run. Solomon 60, Lincoln 22 at Trojan Field. 5-1 Beloit hosts a winless Republic County Buffalo. And we go to Peyton Vetter as he looks to pass, and he finds Austin Budke in the open field. No one to beat. Touchdown Trojans. Kalen Cromwell hands off, and nowhere for the back to go. Up the middle, it's not a quarterback sweep. There he is, Bo Bamer, and he might be gone. Joe Van Dyke trying to catch him, but trips him up a little too late. Touchdown Beloit. And now we have a quarterback sweep right, but Vetter is going to pass. Alex Niemczyk converts with the catch. And we go to Russell Concordia. Shea Crum sweeps it left for a 54-yard run here. He had 81 total on the night and 2 scores, the second one coming in the fourth quarter. Brennan Walter gives to Chance Pitcock, bringing it right, and Trevor Nordell brings him down. Where's the ball? Where's the ball? Oh, hey, there it is, past the first down marker. Shea Crum brings it in from the 9, and touchdown Panthers. Walter taking control for the Broncos and gets a nice 10-yard run right here. Also scoring the lone touchdown for 88 yards rushing on the night. Pitcock up the middle, 5 yards. He had 36 on the night. Ryan Vignery on the tackle. Walter pushing up the middle. Final score, Russell 8, Concordia 57. TMP Monarchs and Drew O'Brien kick off to Norton Community Blue Jays. Two teams with a near same record face off at Lewis Field Stadium in Hayes for district action. And Ty Nickel has a hole. He's going to take it to the far sideline. And the kicker, O'Brien, finally brings it down. With good field position, Jordan Walmer is playing hide and seek and finds Jacob Brooks in the corner of the end zone for the score. Nick Hammocky high snap, hands to Pierce Shippers. A little room to run, and Justin Wagner makes the tackle. Back to Norton. Ty Nickel tries to make his way into the secondary and finds what appears to be a rugby huddle as the Blue Jays and Monarchs battle it out on both sides of the ball. Hammocky on quarterback draw makes a nice move, and Eli Booth sneaks up behind for the tackle. Eli Bodesroth. The Great Bend Panthers in their den. Connor Sell, Mitch Cottis, and Jeremy Ziegler head the pack. Cottis pass, and wide open Sell will take that touchdown and salute the glorious play. More Panther offense. Cottis to Josh Lopez, and after a good gain, K. True for the Salina Central Mustangs gets the tackle. Ziegler takes a handoff and hit from a Mustang, knocks the ball loose, and it goes into the arms of K. True. Rolfs in the shotgun, trying to hit Kyle McQuaig in triple coverage. Bach Ibera will pick it off from a tip by Greg Burley and get a nice little defensive run back right here. We go with a quick draw for Salina Central. Third down, Rolfs finds a sweet spot through the Panther defense for a touchdown. Lopez tries to find the end zone, is just a yard shy at the 1, 4th and goal. Panthers going for it, and no problem for Lopez to punch it in. Final score, Great Bend 27, Salina Central 13. And here's some scores from other area games. I'm Casey McAvoy. Thanks for watching.
Presentation of Scoreboard Show on Smoky Hills Public Television is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from
Rural Telephone and Nextech, providing the region with telephone, internet, cable television, and wireless phone solutions. Rural Telephone and Nextech proudly support public broadcasting and all ventures dedicated to improving Kansas communities.
The T-Birds dream it. The sky is the limit. Cloud is right along your way to your dream career. Come and see. Get on your way to what you want to be. Cloud County Community College. Going anywhere starts here.
Dove Chevrolet, Buick, Cadillac, providing sales, service, and genuine GM parts to the Golden Belt since 1957. Located at 4217 West 10th, right next to Brahms in Great Bend. Come see us.
This ends another week of high school sports. Next week, some of the classifications will play football games on Thursday night. However, you will still be able to catch the highlights right here on Friday night. Until then, check out our website at scoreboardshow.tv to find out where we're going to be next. Just remember to put on your game face, make up a sign, or just do anything to get the attentions of our cameras, and we just might see you on the Scoreboard Show. Take care and good night.